Murray cod is an iconic Australian native fish, highly prized by anglers. But it's also a species that's been under pressure because of changes to the environment, habitat destruction, pressure from introduced species, and in the past, some poor fishing practices. To give Murray cod populations a helping hand and improve opportunities for recreational fishers, we breed Murray cod here at our hatchery at Snobs Creek, not far from Lake Eildon. Each year, between September to November, several nesting boxes are placed in earthen ponds where large broodfish are kept year-round. These mature fish range in size from 70 to 100 centimetres, which is the optimal breeding size because they're the ones that produce the largest number of quality, healthy eggs. The nesting boxes simulate hollow logs, which are the preferred breeding spots for Murray cod in the wild. Each hexagonal box is covered in black plastic, which is removable. Regular inspections by hatchery staff reveal recent spawning events, and harvesting occurs throughout the 3-month season, depending on seasonal climatic conditions. During the spawning season, Murray cod lay thousands of small white eggs inside each nesting box. The eggs are sticky and adhere to the black plastic. The plastic is cut into segments on a template so it can estimate egg numbers. These are then transferred into incubation tanks inside the hatchery. Temperature controlled and oxygenated fresh water is pumped through the tanks to keep the eggs healthy and to maximise the number that hatch into larvae. This happens 8 or 9 days later. The larvae are transferred into rearing tanks and fed microscopic crustacea called Artemia, commonly known as sea monkeys, which we grow on site. After 2 weeks, the cod larvae are swimming strongly and feeding really well, ready for yet another transfer. This time outside to productive ponds, full of more live food. They remain in these ponds for up to 3 months. Each day, water temperature and oxygen levels are checked and the growth and health of the fish is constantly monitored. When the cod reach fingerling size, it's time to harvest and prepare them for transport and release. Staff are up around 4 AM to drain the ponds so the juvenile fish are moved during the coolest part of the day. The fingerlings gather in the sump and are collected for transfer to the hatchery one last time. The small fish remain in the hatchery tanks for 24 hours while they undergo a cleansing process to remove any microorganisms and to let them recover from any physical handling associated with the harvest. In recent years, annual Murray cod production from the hatchery has exceeded 500,000 fingerlings, with more purchased from private hatcheries if required to meet stocking plans. Finally, the cod fingerlings are ready for release into lakes and rivers throughout northern Victoria. Normally, the fingerlings grow to catchable size in 4 to 5 years following release, although this varies depending on the productivity of the waterway. Other native fish are grown at Snobs Creek as well, and include 2 endangered species, the quarry perch and trout cod. These breeding programs are mostly about helping the conservation effort, although developing recreational fisheries are on the agenda too. Growing Murray cod here at Snobs Creek greatly contributes to wild, healthy stocks, whilst enhancing opportunities for cod fishers. With funding help from recreational fishing licence fees and other government initiatives such as the Target 1 Million, we'll continue to produce Murray cod and other native fish species here, along with our trout, which are all highly regarded by anglers. This will ensure healthy populations of fish for future generations to enjoy the great outdoors, our environment and to wet a line.
Authorised by Victorian Government, 1 Treasury Place, Melbourne.